Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today we'll start off in a standing position. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Maybe allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. And take these first few moments to bring your focus and awareness to your breathing. Today's flow is going to be a little more fast-paced. We're going to be moving a lot and utilizing breath with movement. So take these first few moments really just to plug into the sensation and feeling of your breath. Go ahead and release your arms. Open your eyes if you've closed them. Reach your arms up overhead on a big inhale. And on your exhale, press the air away. We take that about 5 times total. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to press the air away. 3 more times just like that, moving with your own breath. In our flow today, we're really going to move some energy around. We're going to take big movements and use breath with movement. So really try to reach through the tips of your fingers. Take one more of these, nice big breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, push the air away. Now inhale, reach your arms up, and then on your exhale, forward fold. So open your arms, bend your knees, forward fold. Roll yourself up. Inhale, reach your arms up and open. And exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. And we're going to take about 5 of these total. Finding a bit of movement into the spine. You can find a little bit of elastic, undulating movement if that feels good in your body. Just warming up a little bit there. But again, just thinking of moving the energy around. Now on your next forward fold, hold down low and extend your left leg back long behind you. Reach your arms up overhead into a high crescent lunge. Nice big breath in. Now on your exhale, pitch your torso forward, bring your arms back behind you. We take about 5 of these. Try to keep low in your legs and find movement exclusively in your torso and your arms. Stay as low as you can, finding a lot of power in the legs. But again, that same sensation of moving energy around, especially with your arms, with your breath and the control of your torso. We'll take about 1 more of these and wind up in an upright position. From here, extend your front leg. Take a nice big breath in, maybe lift your chest. Bring your hands down to the ground. Find a 3-legged dog with your right leg up into the air. And then take a few moments here, bend your knee, open your hip, play around a little bit with that right leg up in the air. Just let it be kind of free and loose. And now extend your right leg and pull your right knee to your chest. And then re-extend your right leg for 3-legged dog. We're going to take about 5 of these total. So as you shift forward, bring your shoulders so they come right over your wrists and you find this nice activation into your core. Push down into your palms. Find nice control here. 5 times total. Really pull your knee as close to your chest as you can. And on your 5th one, extend your right leg and then bring your right foot down to the mat, downward facing dog. Roll your body forward, undulate forward to a high plank, and continue to allow your hips to drop into an upward facing dog. Push into your hands, lift your head, and then push yourself back to downward facing dog. And we're going to roll between these 2 postures about 5 times total. And if you're unable to get into the upward facing dog, feel free to lower your knees or your thighs for a little bit of support. But I really want you to feel that undulating sensation rolling through your spine. Push into your hands. Let the hips lower down. Keep the chest nice and open as you roll between these 2 postures. And incorporate your breath as feels natural to you. After your 5th one, meet back in a downward facing dog and walk your feet forward to meet your hands back into a ragdoll forward fold. Soften through your knees and take a few moments just to kind of sway from side to side. Just find a little bit of bouncy, very lightly bouncy movement into your knees and just allow your torso to kind of swing like a ragdoll. And then slowly roll yourself up to stand. Reach your arms out to the side, up overhead. Nice big breath in. And exhale to forward fold. Keep your left foot where it is. Step your right foot far back behind you. Reach your arms up into that high crescent lunge. And then start to bring your torso forward. Sweep the arms back behind you. We'll go between these 2 movements about 5 times. Try to stay nice and low through your front left knee. Stay nice and low in your legs. and feel this movement of energy in your upper body and in your arms. Feel the control of your torso, the engagement of your core and of your back muscles as you pitch yourself forwards and backwards. Now, after your last one, bring yourself back upright. Go ahead, straighten through your front left leg. Take a moment, maybe a little lift of your heart to the ceiling. Bring your hands down, three-legged dog. Sweep your left leg up and find a bit of free movement into your left leg just for a few moments here, moving into the knee, the hip joint, the ankle joint. And we'll find a little bit of core activation. Straighten the left leg and then slide yourself forward, pull your left knee to your chest, and then re-extend into your three-legged dog. And we take this about 5 times total. As you pull your knee into your chest, really try to round through and feel your core muscles engage as you pull your leg up. Also, shoulders are working quite a bit here as you slide forwards and backwards. After your 5th one, meet back in our three-legged dog with your left leg up into the air, and then bring your left foot back down to the mat. From here, once again, roll yourself forward to your high plank. Continue to lower your hips and lift into your upward facing dog, and then bring yourself back to your downward facing dog. And as before, we take this about 5 times. Notice if you may feel any different as we're coming into our 2nd round, maybe feeling a little more range of motion into the spine or a little more ability to find that undulating sensation, really rolling through the spine as you find activation in the core for both directions. I like to keep my toes slipped under here. You can as well. Just do what feels best in your body, and we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the mat, all fours tabletop position. And then just start to draw some circles in this all fours position. Again, just moving some energy around in the body, finding a nice bit of movement into the hips and lower back here. We'll take about 3 or 4 circles in one direction, and then we'll go ahead and swap to the opposite direction. And this doesn't have to necessarily look like anything. This should just feel like a nice way to kind of move some energy around in your body and get some of your major body parts moving into their range of motion. We'll take one more big circle, meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Flip your toes under, find downward facing dog, familiar position here. Lift your right leg up, push down into your hands, and then step your right foot between your hands, finding that same bit of core activation. Reach your arms up into a high crescent lunge, and then bring your hands to prayer. They can either be at prayer, or you can make 2 fists. Launch off of your back foot, rotate your prayer over to the left, and then bring yourself back to a lunge and do a semi-rotation over to the right. So we're experimenting a little bit with the twist of the torso here. So as you lift your leg, your left leg, you'll rotate your upper torso up to the left, and then as you bring the leg back, you'll rotate your upper torso to the right. Also a bit of a balance challenge. On your last one, extend your back leg, reach your fingertips, and then bring your left hand down and your right arm up and over for a twist. Now bring your right arm over your right ear. Really depend on your left hand. Push down into your left hand, and then rotate your back heel and open up into a warrior 2 position. Right away, take reverse warrior, tip yourself back, and then bring your right forearm down into an extended side angle. And just as we have been throughout this practice, we're going to continue to move through these 2 postures. Again, just moving energy around, getting some movement and energy into the body. Try to stay as low as you can into your front right knee. And we'll move between these 2 postures about 5 times. Notice with each successive round is if you can try to reach a bit further with your fingertips and find a little more opening through both sides of your body. After your last one, come back to an upright position, straighten through your front right knee, and tip yourself up and back, reverse triangle. Now continue to follow yourself to the left and move back into a low lunge with your right foot in front, and push back to downward facing dog. We swap sides, lift your left leg up, step your left foot forward, bring your hands to prayer or fists at your chest, launch off of your back foot, rotate to the right, and then bring yourself back to a lunge as you rotate to the left. Continue to move between these two postures. It's a bit more active, a bit more challenging, especially for the balance aspect, and then also working into this twist. If you ever need to take a little intermediary step, feel free to bring your right foot next to your left foot if you're struggling a bit with balance. Now after this last one, extend your arms, bring your right hand down, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring your left arm over your left ear. Nice and long, all along the left side body, that big open twist. Find a few moments of breath here, just a few moments of stillness, rare stillness in this practice today. And then rotate your back heel and move into a warrior two. You can adjust your feet accordingly, and then from here, right away, move yourself back into your reverse warrior, left arm up and back, and then left forearm or left hand down to the ground, or you can bring your left forearm down to your left thigh if that feels a little more accessible. And then continue to move between these two postures. Think of constant movement here, constant flow as you get a little bit deeper into your front left knee. Try to allow your body to be as big as possible. Each of these leans, you should feel that side body expand, almost like your rib cage, your exposed rib cage could open up a little further up towards the ceiling or up towards the sky. Now on this last one, go ahead, stand up, straighten your front leg, tip yourself up and back, and then keep following your left arm so you swing yourself around to a low lunge at the front of your mat. Left foot is in front, back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up towards your fingers, soften through your knees, and slowly stack your spine as you roll to stand. Head is last thing to arrive. Take a few moments just to find a few easy shoulder rolls here. We're going to end our sequence with those big breaths that we took at the beginning of the practice. Inhale, reach your arms up and open, and exhale, release the arms down. A few more just like this. Inhale to reach the arms open. Exhale to press the air away. And as we're coming into these final breaths, just notice any differences that you may feel. 2 more big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, push the air away. Find some resistance. Last one, nice big breath in. Exhale, push the air away. Stay in your strong standing position. Bring one hand to your belly, bring one hand to your heart. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. And take yourself back to the beginning of the session, back to the breath with your hand on your belly, your hand on your heart. And notice how you may feel different here, maybe physically, maybe energetically as we moved a little quicker today, a little bit bigger, maybe just with your breath. Thank you for joining us today. And that's your flow.